Welcome back, everyone, to Lore of the Shadow, where today we are heading for a farm where we need to help defend Bosa's farm. But along this way, I've noticed that we have some, well, not orcs or uruks, but they look like dunlendings. I guess we'll know for sure if they scream out, "A Devoniad!" as they attack us. But apparently, as with most mounted units, they are not particularly talkative. Smoke in the target location is never a good sign. They're either campfires or crops burning. Why do they burn crops? Orcs. Those orcs not... Yeah, if they're dunlendings, they would gather the crops, I would think. Unless they're, I guess, under orders to do something. But orcs might destroy crops just to destroy crops. I would think dunlendings... well, I suppose that if you were under orders to it, or if you were just so mad that you're doing a war of annihilation or something like that, but I would think if you're trying to get your homeland back, which is ostensibly what the war is for, then that the Dunlendings would prefer to steal the crops instead. Of course, in that case, I guess you would do your raid right after see what this does. Burn banners of the white flame. Okay. Oh, I am supposed to burn banners of white flame and defeat Urukai raiders here. Yeah, okay. It's definitely orcish ones. Ooh. Igbald's lifeless body is slumped against the side of the burned home, and brutal wounds are visible throughout punctures in the armor. Whether his horn was sounded or not, it is clear that aid did not arrive in time. So no one was within earshot, maybe? As you look over Eggbald, you notice the horn lying amidst the nearby wreckage. While he likely sounded the call for aid, only Uruk stood ready to answer. You have not been able to identify the leader of these Uruk forces thus far, but you suspect that sounding the horn once again might draw what remains of their forces. You decide to learn what you can of the White Hand's purpose in Bosa's farm before returning to Thane Magla, so lure and defeat Kur. Well, that's an appropriate name. A large Uruk strides forth. Oh. Here's that cur right over here. That's right. He's begging for that. There we go. Now we're at the right range. Well, he's a tough one. Well, now that we defeated the cur that's leading these people, we can burn some banners. Of course, Kur isn't the only Uruk in the area. So make sure that we take care of the others also. That way we won't have a replacement for the leader. Now, keep an eye out for more of those as we burn more banners. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything we could do about the crops. I have some bad news.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Back so soon? What word does Eggbald send? I. He was the last of my council. What sense have I to continue this fight? Uh-oh. So, what do we do
The
now?
Rohirrim have need of your services.
My council is gone. Each of them has fallen to disease or blade, and now none remain to dissuade me from the truth. This war is over, Pinelore, even though others cannot see it. We merely delay the deaths, and no matter where we choose to hide, the White Hand will find us. My men would sit amongst me here as we talked out strategy and glory. Bah! What glory is there now? If you would, travel to my home. I have left keepsakes for each of my men at my bedside. Bring them here, and then they can join Igbal's horn at my side one last time. Wonderful. He's fallen into despair. Oh. Alright, I need to collect. Oh, looks like what? Do I need the horn as one of the keepsakes, I guess? Collected keepsakes of Maga 104. Oh, what else does he need?
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Why do you pester me with questions of what can be done? Nothing can be done. We had tracked Wormstongue's agent for some time, taking notes of treachery where we found it. Our suspicions always seemed to point towards the traitors from the Broadacres, Kingstead, and the Stone Deans. They know the roads and knew where their stock would be, all the easier for them to guide the White Hand. I sent Igbalth to guard the crofters, but the wretch must have caught wind of the whereabouts. I know not why you persist in the absence of hope, but speak with Hildulf and the traitors if you insist on trying to aid us. But remember, Pinelore, you know the risks. Hildulf. Who would know everything, everything, everything about what trade is going on through the area? This house seems to be well decorated. Perhaps this is the Thane's home. So let's see if I can find those keepsakes. It appears that Magla has a son, a rather young son, but a son. And here we have Baduhild. I would presume that's Magla's wife. Ah, keepsakes. We have here a sword, keepsake for one of Thane Magla's councilmen. Now, what's his wife going to think about me just walking in here and taking these items? A shield, a keepsake of one of the Thanes. And is this a lantern? Oh, no, not the lantern. A horseshoe. A horseshoe? Why, was he a smith of some sort? Or a farrier? Well. Alright, we could return to him, but first let's find Hildulf. In any case, if all of this is an inside job, there's only one man who will know. Well, we'll find out. Hello there!
Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim.
Welcome back, Pinelore. Here to buy, or you're sorting out the Thane's affairs again, are you not? Oh, very well. I'll get you one of these days. You may mean that more than one way.
Hail, friend. May I have a moment of your time?
Now then, what is it that Magla wants you to do? Aid us? Oh, surely. That can't be all, Pinelore. If you wish to spend more time with us, you had naught to do but ask. The traders are more than capable of managing their own affairs, of course, but if you insist on helping, who am I to stop you? Fullabur, Derwald, and Beored are a busy bunch, but call it ill luck if you will. All have been visited by nasty troubles as of late. Yes, what a coincidence. You can find them at their posts here where they are so often, and speak with them at your leisure. Perhaps it is good that you came to aid us then, for who knows what other troubles they might be able to avoid. Yeah. Tricks of the trade. Oh, such a lovely double meaning for a quest name.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Ah, so Hildulf has told you of my worries? My apprentice is left in a rush this morning and told me that he was traveling to Pendlock's farm for reasons that have been not known to me. He took the last of my horses and rode out upon the fields. Normally, I would not expect him back for some time, but I need him back at my side for the task today. If you would, track him down to the fields, and I'm sure that he's still riding along at a slow pace. Should he be unable to give you a reason for his senseless journey, send him back here at once, by any means. All right, let's take care of that. Find out what that apprentice is up to? Well, what about you?
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Oh, greetings, Pine Lore. Hildolf told me that you would be able to help me with my troubles, so thank you for your aid. You see, my family lives at a small homestead southeast of Middlemead, and none of our crops have been coming into the village for a day or two. Uh-oh. Oh, we have had lapses before, but this one has me worried. I can understand why you'd be worried. I sent my friend Toolwolf to check on my family earlier today. If you would, meet him at the homestead and see if you two can figure out what's happening. Okay, so we got a missing apprentice, a farmer family not reporting during a day when farms are being burned. Wait, why do I see... Did I not take that quest?
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Oh, there's another matter. My apprentice's disappearance is quite concerning, but so too are the loss of my stock. When I awoke the other morning, they had all gone from the stables. If someone thought that this was a cruel prank, I do not. But they must have spooked for their tracks away from Middlemead appear to have been made in a frenzy. If you would, search the fields to the south. I am sure that some haven't traveled far, and it would mean a great deal to me if you return them to my keeping. All right, wayward horses. Wayward apprentices, wayward horses. And this is a... Well, it looks like he's... Well, he's either a weapons merchant or a smith of some sort.
Hail, friend. May I have a moment of your time?
Hilda sent you to aid me? Curious. You see, all of my goods were sold to a nobleman in the Stonedeans earlier today, and even now they make their journey here. So I have naught to do to you here. All of your goods? What are all these things? Ah. Anyway, they make their journey to the Stonedeans, so I have naught for you. I believe that the route is safe, but if Hilda thinks it's important, perhaps you can guard the stock in its travels. If your steed is swift, I am certain that you shall encounter the cart along the road to the Stonedeans. Alright, well, let me see here. What's the priority to taking care of these? Well, interesting. How about we check on this cart first, because we know that just because a cart has set out does not mean that it's safe in a way. Ah, The road. He did say it set out along the road, which is, of course, the logical direction to head. You see no sign of the cart and should continue along your patrol. All right. Hold on. There's something up ahead. What? What's a jaw trap doing here? Along the road and throughout the surrounding forest west of Middlemead, you have discovered the cruel traps of Dunlending make. These traps would hamstring even the mightiest of steeds, and could be deadly to any passing warrior in the Rohirrim. If you were to destroy the traps, the people of Middlemead would be protected from such a fate, and the road to the Stone Deans would be made once again safe for their traveling. Right. Well, and a Dunlending archer. Right. Ready to ambush anyone that walked into the traps, most likely. Well, we'll deal with those and get back onto the road. Wait, is that a cart? Well, since it didn't trip anything, I would presume it has nothing to do with the quest. And has been there for a while. I will get rid of that. And continue on clearing out traps. Hold on here while I was taking care of a couple of traps along the road. I noticed that that fence was broken through. I wonder if that card has something to do with that fence thing, and I was just doing things out of order. Let us now head down here and see if that provides us any sort of clue. You discovery of the majority of the stock intact, but one barrel is curiously empty. So it was the barrels just got there too early before noticing that the fence was broken. Okay. Oh. Really? Yeah. New quest, disarming the enemy. Okay, I need to get the swords that were stolen by the enemy. Alright. Here we go. And we have two of them. So all the local Dunlendings then are using the swords that were stolen from the... Well... I'll do that. And you? Do you have one of the swords that belong in there? Anyway, they never reached the Stone Deans. I think that's the verdict that we can have in there. Now, of course, it is plausible that that trap had been set for whatever was the next thing to combine that area. I mean, it's not necessary that someone gave them a tip or anything like that, because always possible that goods were going to be traveling along in any case. A possibility, right? And I'm also sure that you could build a nice, comfortable, dry hobbit hole in Rushok Bog. Yeah, right. Now, let's report on these goods and also to get them out of my inventory.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
I am sorry indeed to hear that the cart and the rider's fate, but I'm glad that my stock remains intact. I know not when I can send it to the Stone Deans without fear of another ambush, but I shall keep it safe here for the meantime. Okay. Alright, that's one item done. Now, about those horses and that apprentice. Ooh! For that farm. I will presume that... Well, this is not a good sign. Dunlending warriors. Well, I don't see smoke coming out of the fields. I guess that's a step in the right direction. But if this area is with Dunlendings, then maybe they are stealing the crops, as I suggested before. Well, guess I have to return some of the horses, right? Now, do I have to ride the horse back? Yeah. I have to ride the horse back. Always a joy. Because that means now I have to find the right stable, right? Find and return wayward horses to Darewold, right? Yeah. You would think that this would be the easiest quest of the lot. Oh. This is like remembering which is the right place. Hey, how about... Did I just not go far enough? Oh. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, it looked the same to me. I am less optimistic now that I get up close. That mill looks a little dark in color, and somebody is running around in the fields. And I would think that a farmer wouldn't be doing that on horseback. Hey, you. Trampling on the crops. Alright, now. I assume that this is the right homestead? What's going on in here? Cutting the chaff. As you explore the farm, you overhear curious rustling sounds coming from what can only be the haystacks nearby. You can investigate the source of these strange noises and search each of the nearby haystacks to ensure the safety of the people of Middlemead. Okay. Oh! Wait, he was hiding in the haystack? Ooh. Alright, well... This does not bode well for this farm. Definitely does not. Well, the good news is that my contact appears to be alive. I assume this is my contact. I guess we'll find that out in the next episode of Lore of the Shadow.